What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is TC Stefani. I'm coming back at you. Thank you guys for tuning in to this video format of my podcast, Positive Vibes Only. This will be the second episode. I really appreciate you guys coming here, watching this video. Hopefully I can do or say something today that's going to inspire you to take action on your dreams and truly believe in yourself. So with that being said, we're just going to dive right into it. Alright, welcome back to Positive Vibes Only, hosted by yours truly, TC Stefani. This will be the second episode of this podcast. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you, and I hope that I can say something today that will truly inspire you to believe in yourself and to take action on your dreams. Okay, well, we're just going to dive right into it as we did on the last podcast episode. Today, we're going to be talking about the law of attraction. Before I get into that, I just want to give you guys a brief background of how that was introduced into my life. Maybe it was about around my freshman or sophomore year of high school, and this book called The Secret, and again, this is no endorsement for the book or for Rhonda Byrne, who was the author. Again, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne really introduced what the law of attraction is and how it works, and from that reading, or from that year, my sophomore freshman year, I really just tried to implement this so-called secret into my life. And I've seen it work wonders for me. I've seen it work wonders for others. And I am a big believer in it. A lot of you have probably heard of it. Some of you may have not. I know Gary Vee is not necessarily a believer. If you guys follow my podcast or listen, you probably have heard a lot of his content, seen a lot of his content. He's not such a big believer in The Secret. But, that's okay. Yeah, I'm not knocking what he's about. He's about hard work. And so am I. But I'm also a believer in work smarter, not harder. And as long as you have the backing of God and the universe, behind you, you're going to accomplish great things. So again, the law of attraction via the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne was introduced to me my freshman or sophomore year of high school. And so big shout out to her if she's listening. That would be awesome. Alright, so we're just going to dive into it about what the law of attraction is. Now, the law of attraction, this might sound a little, iffy or weird to you guys that haven't really heard about it before or haven't really learned anything about the art of manifestation or things like that. But keep an open mind, okay? The law of attraction states, basically, thoughts become things. That's the simplest form, the most simple way that I can describe it to you guys. It's not necessarily a complex thesis by any means. It's really simple in nature, but a lot of the times you have to work hard at it, if that makes any sense. So what the law of attraction is, like I said, thoughts become things. So we attract things into our existence, into our experience via words, of course actions, and mainly our thoughts. Now, our thoughts are vibrational, and they send out frequencies to the universe. Now keep in mind that everything in this universe, this physical existence and non-physical, is made out of energy. And our thoughts, our words, and our actions contain a certain amount of energy. So whether we're thinking negatively or positively, we're going to see that impact in our life, right? When we tend to complain about a lot of things, about work, about people, about relationships, we tend to see a lot of those things we complain about manifest even more. And so it kind of goes down a negative spiral, and you don't really think of it as, whatever I'm thinking, whatever I'm saying is really impacting me that much or impacting my relationships that much. But they really are. And that's why we have to become self-aware of our words and self-aware of the thoughts that we think. Because when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. Shout out Dr. Wayne Dyer, great author. If you guys haven't read any of his books, highly recommend. So again, we have to become aware of the thoughts that we think, because when we tend to think more positively, hence positive vibes only, we attract more positive opportunities, positive relationships, positive people, positive habits into our life. And when we think negatively, when we criticize, when we complain, we tend to see a lot of those things that we criticize and complain show up even more in our life. I gave this example a lot. When you wake up in the morning and you stub your toe first thing on the side of your bed, your day tends to start off on a bad track, right? Next thing you know, your shirt has a stain on it. You spill your coffee on your shirt, has a stain on it. You get a flat tire going to work. You have a bad day at work. You come home, your wife or your husband didn't do the dishes, etc. Things like that. But when you start your day off on a positive note, you get up with a grateful heart, a smile on your face, pick out your outfit the day, you eat a good breakfast, you have your good coffee, you drive to work, there's no traffic, you have a good day at work, you come home, your husband or your wife is there, they made dinner for you. Things tend to go better when you open your mind with a more positive mindset when you start your day, right? So we have to become aware of the thoughts that we think to allow the universe to send us those blessings that we desire. And another thing about the law of attraction that is a huge misconception is it's all about desire. You can sit in your room all day and meditate and think and ponder, and things are just going to show up. That is not true, not necessarily. Of course, we have to take action, hence law of attraction. There's action in that last word. We have to take action to see results in our lives. That's a huge misconception about the law of attraction. I think that's why a lot of people knock it. But I'm a firm believer in it because, again, I have seen many magical manifestations come in my life, and I'm a huge believer and advocate for the law of attraction. Always will be, always preach it, always teach it. But a big thing is we have to stop desiring and start being. And you have to listen to that again. Stop desiring and start being. One of the first things I said in this podcast is that we have to match that energy or that frequency, right? We're vibrational beings at the core. So our thoughts emit a certain frequency, and that frequency will match the desire that you're thinking about, and it will manifest into your life. So we have to start becoming that energy, that frequency. We have to become more positive, open, kind, compassionate, empathetic, loving people in order to manifest positive opportunities, loving people, kind people, and things like that. So we have to stop desiring and start being. Become the energy you wish to attract. The next thing we have on the list here to talk about is synchronicities, right? So for me, a lot of things that I've seen in my life come at perfect time, if you want to call it divine timing, are angel numbers. That can be a whole nother video, or just numbers in general. If you see, you wake up say at 4:14 every single morning for a whole week, right? That is not a coincidence. There are no coincidences in this universe. Everything happens in divine order. You were meant to wake up at 4:14 and to see those numbers, because those numbers mean anything. And if you will Google those numbers, just put in 414 angel numbers. It's a great way to start understanding what angel numbers are and how to recognize synchronicities. They will tell you the specific meaning of that number, and it will pertain to a certain aspect or area of your life that you're lacking in, and you will see how profound those numbers can help you and understand and guide you, really, because that's what they are. Again, angel numbers, your angels, your spirit guides, whatever you want to call it, God, the universe is guiding you in a certain direction, and they want you to acknowledge a certain pattern or something that you're lacking in a certain area of life. They want you to recognize that, and they want to help guide you. This can't be only in numbers, right? It could be in songs, it could be in the people that you meet, opportunities that just so happen to come, not just so happen, it happens for a reason, in divine order. I'm sure all of you had an example of this when you're thinking about a certain something or a certain someone, and all of a sudden this song goes on the radio. You're driving in your car, and it sings or talks about exactly what you're experiencing or feeling or lacking or thinking in that moment. And you kind of just brush it off as a coincidence. But it's not. It's a synchronicity. And you need to be able to listen to that, hear it, and understand what it means. Because the universe, God, is trying to guide you in a certain direction to help you understand, cope, and heal in a certain area of your life. This can also happen with people, random people you meet on the street. Again, you may think it's just a coincidence. It's not. Listen to what people have to say. If they stop you and they want to talk about something that you think really isn't important, just give them that 5 seconds, the 30 seconds, the minute to just talk to them, hear them out, and try to understand what the universe is sending your way. Because everyone and everything that shows up in your life is showing up for a reason. Lastly, I would like to talk about the law of attraction is belief. Right? So we touched on synchronicities, and a big part of that and understanding them and utilizing them is belief. I talked about this in my last podcast episode. We have to be able to change our belief systems. So a lot of the people want to believe in the law of attraction. They want to trust it, and that's really what it is at the end of the day, is to trust it and to surrender to the universe, to God. we have to change our belief systems about how things work and how they operate, you know. I think for a lot of us, we've been raised since birth to believe in coincidences, you know, not synchronicities, not everything happens in divine order, which it does. You know, we're taught to believe that everything is just a coincidence. If it feels like it's supposed to be an aha moment, you know, people brush it off. Oh no, that's just a coincidence. You know, it's a once in a lifetime thing. It's gonna happen. It's not true. You know, we have to open our mind, like I said before, open our mind to the possibilities, the opportunities, and the things that the universe is trying to bring our way. And once we do that and we acknowledge it and we act on those things, we're just going to see a lot more positive things happen in our life. Again, when you approach things with a positive mindset, you're going to see a lot more positive things manifest in your life. And when you approach it with a negative mindset, you're going to continue to see those negative things appear in your life. And again, this just goes back to programming your mind. I'm not talking about mind control or anything like that, right? I'm just talking about being able to program your mind to believe in the things that are possible. Because everything is possible. Nothing is impossible. I'm not talking about, you know, humans' capability of flying. Although, you know, we did invent jetpacks, you know, airplanes, hoverboards, etc. And who knows what technology will bring next. But we have to be able to program our mind to believe that anything is possible, because it truly is. If you want to live a life of mediocrity, if you want to live a life of despair, or you know, you just want to continue the same boring, dull, drab cycle of your life, then by all means continue to do that. But if you open your mind up to the possibilities of the universe, great things can happen for you, you know, and you just have to believe and surrender and give faith. You know, and hold that faith that your desires can come true. If you truly believe in yourself, if you truly believe in the universe, in the world, in God, you know, there's nothing that can stop you. Absolutely nothing. So open your mind up to the possibilities and accept them as your truth. Again, thank you guys for listening. That's going to end today's episode. Kind of just went on a rant there a little bit, but you know, we're getting better as things go. So this is my second episode of Positive Vibes Only podcast. Really enjoying talking to you guys, giving you guys this information that, you know, I don't want to keep in my own mind. I want to be able to share it and help teach and guide a lot of you out there. So just to touch it, go back to a little basis of what we talked about is the law of attraction, what it is, thoughts become things, stop desiring, start becoming. Synchronicities, recognize and apply them to your life. They could come in the form of numbers, songs, people, opportunities. And believe that these things can happen to you and that they happen for a reason, right? There's no such thing as coincidence, only synchronicity. Be able to change your belief systems and reprogram your mind to believe in yourself and believe that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. I will be back next Wednesday to talk about another topic. Hopefully it will help inspire you guys to take action on your dreams, on your desires, on your goals. And I appreciate you all for listening. Have a wonderful day. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video format of Positive Vibes Only. I will be back next Wednesday with another episode. Again, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I really hope that I said something in this episode that will help you believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, and believe that things are possible. Next week, I'm going to give a lot more examples from my lifetime and try to implement maybe a little bit more storytelling. Not only to make it more informative or more interesting, but maybe more practical. That way you guys can have, you know, a little bit of background on me and what's happened to me and how the law of attraction has affected my life. But it's definitely a big part of it, and I'll continue to talk about it not only on this YouTube channel, but on this podcast, on my social media, and throughout my life. So again, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace.